today we're going to be unboxing the numbers and cards and counters. So let's see what that looks like and how we can push some math thinking with that. So we are going to be unwrapping this. And inside this box, we get some wooden cards with that are numbers, and they come in a Ziploc, which is nice. And we get some counters, and this is just the box to keep them in. It's a handy box. They're little wooden counters. They are very smooth and feel nice, that's for sure. Kids love to play with these. I used them for testing last year, and the kids always wanted to touch them and use them and do addition facts with them and stuff like that. I would say, just on note, I used some spray to disinfect them and the paint ran, so just make sure not to use the harsher spray can disinfecting sprays. Okay, so with these, one thing that you can do is, for one thing, the kids are automatically going to notice that they're numbers, and you can ask them to put them in order. That's always a good place to start. So as they put them in order, then you can ask them questions like, hey, can you put the number of counters below each card? So for example, let's put 1 underneath the 1, and let's put 2 underneath the 2, and 3 underneath 3, so on and so forth. So that is a good thing to practice with them. They're great for solving equations, or using them for solving equations. So for example, let's say we were working on 1 plus 2 equals 3 or something like that. We could definitely say, what if we were to add these two together? 1 plus 3 equals how many? And then we could have a blank number there. What do you think is under here? This is something that you could play with them, or teach them how to play, and then they can be like, okay, well, 1, 2, 3, 4. I bet the answer's 4, and look at that. I just placed a 4 there, so it was 4. You can also add a little addition card or a little subtraction card and a little equal sign when you get to the addition part of it, for sure. Yeah, so those are some ways that you can use it. You can also just say, like, which is more, 3 or 4, and do some stuff with inequalities, and discuss that there's more here than there are here, so 4 is greater than 3. It's another way to do it. There's just a lot of stuff. I mean, it's a pretty basic manipulative, so there's a lot that you can talk about, and especially because you can come and see where they're at with it. They generally will do that lining up of, like, oh, well, I have counters and I have numbers, so I'll say, that there's 3 right here and there's 4 here. So I've seen kids do that a lot. That seems to come fairly naturally to them, or they're just staring at it blankly because it's so open-ended. So so those are some thoughts, though, but if you have any other thoughts, please add them to the comments below. Especially if you have any questions that can push student thinking.